Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, beloved. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. If I missed anybody, good morning. That's what it is. That's what it is. You would think, ladies, you'd have had that together.
They did that at the store. KC, but because my old phone was so old, everything transferred over, but it didn't transfer over and turn on. Dang, we gotta do an introduction.
Mario's Diaries.
Bishop never noticed him. And he said, the bishop, he said, man, paint your car bright or something, man. Do something spectacular. Then I might notice you. Yeah, so do something to make me notice you. You know what I'm saying? And make the world.
Hello, Flint. Good morning. My name is Jordan Sheridan. I am a journalist, not from Michigan, but I feel like I'm here more than my own home state. And I've been reporting on the Flint water crisis. And
so first and foremost, I want to say that the actions from the police department in the last 2 days, I'm fully condemning the actions that have taken place.
What's up, family? Good morning. Good morning. How everybody doing? Seeing Wanda Smith in the building. Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis. My Gaddis clan. Cassandra Scott, good morning. Aubrey Collins, good morning. Nasaya Quill, a.k.a. Mama Quill. H. Sprague, good morning. Nellie Nell, good morning. Queen Anifa, good morning. Jaja Boy, top of the morning to you. Michael B, good morning. Bonnie Vanner, good morning. Coming from the New Orleans. That's with Javier Jones, good morning. Rhonda Akins, good morning. Raphael Bird, good morning. And you know, he coming from the 901 Wife Runner, good morning. The lovely Avis Hopkins, good morning. I ain't going nowhere, good morning. Elder Golden Child Sharp, what it do? Stanley the Woodster, good morning. Sandra Nichols Martin, good morning. Y'all know I'm trying to share this out. Is that my high and low valleys? Good morning from McIntyre, Georgia. Did I say that right? Words are not hard this morning. The lovely Sherry Allen, the beautiful Deborah Luna, and don't forget. And what you told me, don't forget the 601. And you heard Omar Thorpe in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Megan Swanson, the good brother Andre Holland. Good morning. And we got Michelle Smith, aka Ann Tina Smith. Good morning. I said that right. Good morning. Realtor Cash, good morning. Lydia McNeely, good morning. Good morning to all the beautiful people that's out there that's paying attention to it. I'm only trying to do what's right, you know. It's hard trying to survive in this business of putting the news out. You know, it's a lot of things going on the national thing. I know what's up with Omar. It's Hawk smashed that button. You heard? Shout out to my people from Jackson, Mississippi, all the way to the West Coast. Sarah P., good morning. And you know our shy people love is Pop Gaddis in the building. Otis Thorpe, you know, Bama in the building, and we ain't talking about that Bammer, because we don't smoke no Bammer. No, I'm just talking junk.
Bammer.
Y'all know the song. If y'all know the song, y'all know what it is. You heard? Shout out to my that's some Bay Area music. If you know, you know. RBL Posse, you heard. Mr. C and them, you heard. Trouble 85, T-Rob 85 with a dude Georgia in the building. Sweet Cupcake on break, good morning. Reginald Davis, good morning. You know I love my Georgia people. What's up, Christine Chandler? Nikki, so tricky. What it do, family fam? As Zeke would say, family lamb. Hope Beasley, good morning, beloved. And Avis with the $5 super chat, you heard? Thank you, beloved. Chris Moultrie, thank you. You heard? We're going to try to do the best we can. Concrete Jungle in the building. You see how they doing the beloved sister? It's officially taking them one whole week to replace my water meter because they keep messing up things. Damn, my brother Lumi coming from the bottom.
The question
Lumi, where
is,
you coming from? I see the real Casey in the building. Good morning, good morning,
is her
good
water
morning.
turned off, or are
Nah, they
tracking
when
her
they
use?
was fixing the, when they was doing the pipe stuff, they bust hers.
No, I
Candy,
mean when they're
good
replacing the
morning.
meter, is it
It's
turned
'cause-
off, or are they just not tracking her usage, and she should be just running all of her faucets all the time to waste their money?
Miss Kariza Smith in the building. You heard? Hey, we ain't stopping. Lumi, where you coming from? When I asked him, he said South Florida, Broward County, checking in 954 at your door. You heard? It's my Gaddis clan. Los Angeles in the building. Sarah, what she say? First they broke the water main and my water was flowing down University Drive. You heard? Brianna busted bins and shock. You know she coming from DC. Lanita Murray, good morning. Grace and peace, good morning, beloved. Good morning, good morning, good. Allie Nicole Gaddis Rivers, Miami, Florida in the building. They love us down there. I'm telling you, the South love us. And the lovely Debbie Clark, one half of the Wonder Twins. You heard? We ain't playing this morning, man. I was like I say, I'm always trying to figure some things out, looking at different things. I was trying to little being gone. I had sent you some stuff just saying, did you watch any of it, Trevor, that I sent you?
No,
Oh, I figured that. Yeah,
no, I was tired as shit last night, dude.
Sharon, what's up? Common sense, what's up? Coming from Krypton, you heard. She said, then the third party company replacing the line busted a main gas line. We almost had to evacuate the area on Monday. Who is they hiring down there?
Man, I don't know, but my intrusive thoughts just kicked in. I was like, that sounds like a good time to light up a cigarette.
We don't know right now, Raphael, but I'm telling you, tune in at 6 and you will find all that out. Monique, Crystal Monique, good morning, good morning. Wanda Jones got us. I'm so sorry. That's Hillsboro, North Carolina. You heard? No games. Thanks for tapping in. I'm trying to tell you, my Gaddis clan. No, I was just sending, because some of that stuff I was sending, I was just looking at, as far as the national politics, I was looking at that because I was watching my other show this morning.
I have to listen to that stuff with the
Jacob Fellow
podcast.
Entertainment, top of the morning, good brother, top of the morning, and blessings a million times over. Green Eyes, what it do? Kenneth, good morning. And the lovely Carolyn Hendricks, good morning. Listen, man, I'm just telling you, I was watching some stuff because I was watching some. Oh yeah, you on your coffee? I knocked mine down because I was up early this morning, man.
Bro, I got like 3 hours sleep, and
shit.
that's with all my drugs in me. I was tired as hell. I wasn't paying attention to jack. I was staring at a blank computer screen for like 6 hours last night.
The lovely Beverly Biggs Levy in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Tony Terry in the building. Good morning, Miami-Dade County, the 305. For my people who don't know, 305. But we call it 305. You heard Blake E. Gaddis. Good morning. He coming from Chapel Hills, North Carolina. I've been to Cherry Hill, New Jersey, never been to Chapel Hill, North Carolina. You heard. New one, good morning. The lovely Terry Nixon, good morning. High and low valleys, good morning.
I heard my Southern Florida neighbors refer to it by a new moniker recently.
What is it?
They're called the civilized Floridians.
Oh,
I guess up here are uncivilized.
Well, I'm gonna say this: we got to give a prayers out to James, the whisperer, to be at council. Man, his riding lawnmower blew up the gas line and he burnt his back up.
Yeah, we heard about that last night.
Get the bumpers, please. Keep James in y'all prayers. Felicia Martinez, we can't get this thing going until you give me my Who This Show sponsored by today. We hold things up until we get that know who's sponsoring it. My 7th Wardian, what it do? Shooting the shit T. Good morning. Good morning. Now I'm counting on you, Felicia. I'm counting on you right now. I'm counting on you. As Miss D, I'm counting on you, Miss. Good morning to you, Miss D. And Miss D said, smash that like button. You heard? Is this Miss Eartha Logan in the building? Good morning, beloved. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, Miss Gladys had let us know where he was at. James Moore, the brother James Moore. Yeah, he was riding around a riding lawnmower and it blew up. The gas line blew up on him. Miss Gaddis said, yeah, we're going to put the brother for a speedy recovery. Like I said, yeah, Trevor, a lot of stuff I was sending to
No,
you.
I've got it.
No,
All up.
yeah, but I was going to give you a prefix what I was talking about. Did you see that last one I sent you, though, about Trump sending them troops over to Venezuela?
A Marine contingent on a destroyer off the coast is not inside Venezuela.
It ain't, but is he sending them there, though? Now, that's what they saying.
They're hanging out off the coast. That they're not setting foot in the jungle.
Are they?
They aren't, unless they provoke.
We're gonna find out. When
I mean, hell, we haven't put conventional troops on the ground in Mexico. What makes you think we're going to do it in Venezuela?
Hey, good morning. You never know what happened. It's never a war. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know.
Unless they decide to get froggy like North Korea did. Was it North Korea or North Vietnam? One of the two. Latter half of last century, they decided to put a 155 round into a U.S. Navy battleship. The battleship responded with 9 projectiles, each weighing about a Volkswagen Beetle, fucking Toyota-thon motherfucker, and destroyed the hill that thing was on.
Thank you, Green Eyes, for tapping in. Thank you. 22. Thank you. And the lovely Luana Terry in the building. Let me see what Bonnie Vanner said. What she said. It's sponsored by Mayor Cantrell of New Orleans. Bad girls. What you gonna do when she got in trouble? And Green Eyes, thank you for becoming a new member. What she done Bonnie Vanner. It's the New Orleans. I'm gonna tell you,
I'll take a sneak peek.
They don't play down. They don't play because they locked up. What was it, Mayor Nagin? If I'm saying his name wrong, during the Katrina crisis, didn't he get locked up?
Cantrell facing charges or indicted on Friday, facing charges of conspiracy, wire fraud, conspiracy to obstruct justice, false statements, obstruction.
$5 super chat. Damn.
There's even more. I had to click on the actual link to go find it.
See, they don't play down there. See, okay, I was right, Nagin. Yeah, they don't play down there. When you play around, they lock your ass up. It's
basically, it all comes down to accused of exploiting their public positions to develop and implement a scheme to defraud the city of New Orleans.
Wow. Let me get my roll call out the way. Felicia Martinez, my family from the East Coast by way of New Jersey. She says Mickey's roll call today is sponsored by Mrs. Gladdick. Epic crash out on Candace, aka Casket Lipstick, reclaiming her time and yelling to her, "Shut up. I will leave when I am ready." That's a real treasure right there, because Miss Gladys was not holding them up.
Wow. Well, she stands up to them a lot. I mean, this
mayor
is a woman who had her shoulder, was it shoulder blade or shoulder, busted by the cops in the city of Flint in those very chambers, and she's still stepping up.
See, I can't be tripping on this right here. Y'all know I don't care about this. The mayor, this from No Games. It's not from Mickey. This is from No Game, because I believe that person played no games. The mayor of New Orleans allegedly was messing around with one of her security guards. I don't care about people doing that right there. Now, listen, that ain't the worst thing, but now she's stealing money. That's a whole nother subject. You heard?
I don't know, right?
Subject. Hello, Susie Q. $50 million on Maduro's head for drug cartel leader into U.S.
Oh.
Ain't Maduro's the what is he?
Maduro. Let me see.
Ain't he the president of Venezuela?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to figure that out, but United States wouldn't do nothing like that, Trevor. Would they send a hit squad or anything after people? I doubt they'd do that.
Not one that could easily be identified.
Yeah, they wouldn't do nothing like that, Trevor. They wouldn't do nothing like that. Mr. LC to you, good morning. I could be wrong, Marcia A. Talbert. Good morning, beloved. Thank you for tapping in.
Oh, yeah, that's not a bounty.
That's not a bounty.
Well, bring in dead bounty. That's a arrest bounty.
Green Eyes with the $5 super chat. They can just go in and say, "Hey, we're gonna arrest your president."
Yeah.
Wow. I'm appalled. Could another country come here and say they're gonna arrest one of our presidents or something for something they did, and they can just do it?
Well, if they had the strength to, yeah. How many times do I have to tell you? In the world of international politics,
Gangster.
might makes right. There is no morality. Stop looking at things with morality, dude. That it doesn't work.
That's what I know. This is how I know. That's why I look at far as everything when they the people that's controlling it, they give you God. That's all I'm saying.
When your country, any country, has the balls, the infrastructure, and the money to drop 2 sons on another country, you can pretty much do whatever you want.
I was looking at Mark Hutchison. He said it's all political. Someone wanted the New Orleans mayor gone. The same thing was done in Flint. Remember Woodrow Stanley and Dr. Weaver. Facts. I'm looking at CGQ again. USA doesn't review Maduro as Venezuelan president. They may make a militarized arrest. Yeah, because they was going after Hugo Chavez. They was going after him. They pulled a coup on him. And then he got somehow.
How did he get into power?
Was it the U.S.? Did he turn on him? Because remember, they took it from him. And then they put him, when they called themselves pulling a coup, grabbing him, they had to let him back in. But let me go. Oh, right. But I'm just saying, it's just, but you know.
Yeah, he pulled a military coup to get into power in Venezuela. Now, to be fair, he probably was backed, but yeah.
Yeah, Shantae, good morning. See, I'm looking at common sense, and most of the recent NOLA mayors have been convicted of crimes. Wowzers. I remember Ray, because they came, or was it Ralph? I want to say, doing the Katrina Wilson name. I remember they was on his head. They wasn't playing. Oh, okay. It said, let me see what Cameron said. New Orleans mayor got sloppy. She was using her city-owned property as residence. Damn.
Rough.
But you see how stuff can, you see how they cracking down on it there. But I do believe what Mark, what you said, somebody, you know what I'm saying? Because Dr. Weaver and Woodrow, they was on their heads.
As long as you can keep your corruption mostly under wraps, for one, and for two, you tell the right people yes at the right times, you're not going to get arrested. Now, in some places, there is no right person at the right time. There's always someone above you that you're going to have to say no to please someone else higher up the chain, but they're going to come down on you like a bag of bricks.
For sure. I'm looking at what Jacob fell in. He said Trump has indicted the gang leader, ex-police named Barbecue, who has control over the streets of Haiti. They got $5 million reward for help leading to his arrest. Got it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they you know.
I mean, I can see it.
Wow. This what it's saying. This says, but Mickey, this is from Sharon. She says, but Mickey, New Orleans charges are based on her affair using the city money. It was stuff that happened here like that. Do people forget the DDA? That lady went on a retreat. She took whoever she was whining and dining on the DDA dime. That's what I'm saying. She went here, went there, and nothing happened. I'm just saying, but I find that what a kawinky dink. You know, these one of them kawinky dinks. My good brother Michael Cooley tapping in Greenwood, Mississippi, 662, point of order. Keep pressure on the Vena. We've been trying it. I'm tired. I'm really tired right now. I'm telling you, Pastor Nicholas J got it. I wish we could get it like that. You know, it's a higher fight up here. We got a lot of these people that don't like us. KZ 114. But did y'all like how we brought y'all city council though? Did we get y'all city council to y'all? Oh, Bonnie Vanner said Ray Nagin went to jail to save his sons. Sometimes fathers would do things to say, you know, fathers make sacrifices too. Fathers
Yeah.
make sacrifices too.
Saving my felonies for my kids.
You know, fathers can say, you know, we don't. I just tell mine, don't do that. Don't put your daddy in no problems at this age. Don't nobody want to be sitting down like that at 50 years old looking at $1. You know, got to make it make sense. But I'm just saying, I listen. A lot of this stuff that we seeing is national. Like I'm saying, we can like how people. I know people probably looking in on us like, damn. Then when how we looking out at people like, damn, they going to jail down there. You know what I'm saying? But when you looking on the national,
I mean,
Chris Caleb said Ray was stealing money. Also, I mean, two things can be true.
I mean, take a look at it like this, right? So on the national scene, you see these people getting arrested in like New Orleans or wherever may have you, and you go, damn, they're pretty criminal down there. But then they don't hear of any arrest in Flint. So they're like, oh, Flint must just, you know, still have some bad water and some infrastructure problems, but at least they're not breaking laws because they're not getting arrested. How fucking crazy is that?
But I'm just, that's how you can look at two. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
You can look at it because I'm like, I was looking at DC. Like I said, one of them I sent to you. I want to say was Breaking Points. I know Crystal Ball. I you know what I'm saying. I do watch some of the stuff.
You sent me
giving contracts to his son. No, but I just know him from watching them. I know which ones. I was just.
You sent me Breaking Points talking about MSN. You sent me Jimmy Dore.
Yeah.
Tim Black.
Yeah.
Hush you. The Humanist Report.
Yeah, all of them I checked out, but it was all
Secular Talk.
Yeah, I'll be watching all of them.
And then I went to the Associated Press for the Marines and Destroyer.
Yeah.
And then I've got our tab up. Then I've got the New Orleans tab and Hugo Chavez.
Yeah. Yeah, no, reason I was sending them to you for you can see I was getting them from like different point of views. Like that's why like most of them shows, only Tim Black was the only person that was black that I sent. And they was just giving you the what's the name, but the reason I sent the other ones because what they was talking about on the one, like a lot you know how Republicans be saying they want less government.
Not recently. That's more of a libertarian view. Yeah, Republicans say small government, but they don't act.
That's the point. That's the point.
And that's not even like all Republicans.
Right.
So you get like the super church Republicans, and they're all about like larger government and instating God back in the schools, which you know I'm not for personally.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not for bigger government because they always come down and crack my nuts over some stupid shit.
But that's the point. That was the reason when I sent it when they were showing like the Republicans were saying they was for less government, right? Less government being controlled. Who you think that took control of DC right now? Government.
I mean,
yeah, but I'm just saying. But when it's that's what the point they was making. I was watching it like this other one. I'll be watching. They was just making a point when they saying less government, but when you seeing how they do in DC, because they saying. Like this is where they're going at the Republicans. This is what they said January 6th was about when they went and did that. They were saying tyranny. They was against all of this. But look what you're doing on the people in D.C. True enough, you didn't have to bring Trump. Ain't had to bring the bring the armed guard in. Could have hired more police. He could have hired more metro police. It was like you come and bringing the federals in. You didn't have to bring them in. You could. It's a thing called we could hire more police. You know what I'm saying?
National Guard is actually a pretty good resource for this because they aren't patrolling. They're literally securing. They sit there, and now you're not having to hire cops or more cops.
But
you've
that's
got the same amount, and these guys are getting paid peanuts.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But that's the point they were saying with that. No, because it's let the police do their job. You hire more. You can hire more police because what you're doing is the same things you plan like when you over in other countries. Like when you bring in tanks, regardless of how you look at it, you might just see it as okay, we bringing this in. They just protecting this right here, but it's still an intimidation factor, and that's
what's the mandate of the National Guard.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but it's intimidation factor though. That's what I'm saying. When you doing that, you know what I'm saying, how they come in, and a lot of them is not from that area. Even with the federal, how they bringing the feds in, how they coming in. if you not from that area, I get what I'm talking about from what the residents. That's why you can see the residents was talking about it. And you see the one guy that hit him with the
baton, the extender beater.
No, he hit him with a sub sandwich.
The baguette.
Yeah, he was mad because a lot of them feel, you know what I'm saying? They looking at it.
I mean,
facts, and that's the thing. And that's the point that I was making. That's the point how they looking at it.
Which part is the facts?
I'm saying, as far as what the residents were saying, like they could have hired more police. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. DC is the federalized city. It requires federalized officers to bring control over the criminal activity. But the thing I think with the residents, I just said the black community, the ones who they looking at it like it wasn't a problem until what's my man name? I don't want to call him. I know the Doge guy.
No, there's a problem before that. He was saying he's going to do this while he was running.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying no. I'm saying the people was hollering this on the one of you see Tim Black when he was saying if you survived the 80s and 90s of DC compared to now, is what they were saying when crime was high. Why we wasn't doing nothing then. This was the thing, was they like you wait to it affect, just like with the crack epidemic. Long as it was in the poor communities, it wasn't a problem till it hit Wall Street. Then it became a problem. That's all they saying. They looking at it like, now you want to come with this, but when we was already going through this, what was you doing then? And then just bringing the police in, or however they want to bring them in. What is the prevention? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, teenagers, but if you giving teenagers no hope, what you think they gonna do? You gotta give them something. You know what I'm saying? If all they doing is coming out, look at the inner city schools right now. You will probably see more kids walking around doing school time than you see in school.
So the reason why it became a big deal this presidential election cycle, this is coming from, let me see my cited sources here, New York Times, CNN. Homicide rates to reports citing 2024 data. Washington, D.C.'s homicide rate is around 27 per 100,000 residents, while Mexico City, the place that we all consider, well, it's been said in Mexico City, it's more dangerous. The homicide rate is approximately 10 per 100,000 people. It's more than double. This suggests significantly higher homicide rate in Washington, D.C. compared to Mexico City in 2024. Recent trends: Washington, D.C. experienced a spike of homicides in 2023, but saw a decline in 2024 and continued decrease in 2025. Mexico's national homicide rate also saw a significant decrease. Basically, we don't have the safest capital in the world, even though we're somehow the most powerful country in the world. Make it make sense.
You say we got the worst?
No, I didn't say worse. I said we don't have the safest, even though we are the most powerful.
But that's what I'm saying. What you just quoted, did they get that from the people on the ground from DC? Because sometimes, anybody can write a story. Like they say, they cover up the numbers.
This
but what
is
I'm saying
from the police department's records. This is straight from records, not talking to people.
But some cook the records too. So you can't say they don't cook
records. Except the records that they were cooking, they were dropping charges and lowering them. So that goes against the point. Yeah.
But what is the problem to fix it? You just think coming in, busting heads, is it any other things they can do besides doing that?
Yeah, but you have to start with it. Look, if we had not bust heads, but you do have to come in hard. If we had 30 years ago some sort of insight and said, hey, how about we start cleaning up DC and doing it right and teaching these kids X, Y, and Z and getting them proper fucking jobs, then we wouldn't be in this right now. But 30 years of piss poor governance, whether it's Republican or Democrat, whether it's conservative or liberal, whether it's anyone who was in that mayor's seat and president seat at the time, just didn't give a rat's ass. And now DC's in the state it's in. I mean, if your house is messy, right? Let's just take this as an example here. If your house is messy, do you start changing habits and then clean up, or do you clean up and then change your habits?
Well, how did it get into this position for DC to get like this? It's a cause for every effect. So what caused these problems?
Poverty.
But how did we get there? It was a reason we got there.
I mean, DC isn't set up as any sort of job making anything. It's there to support federal government. Most large cities you see around the world, US, fucking Europe, anywhere, Africa, Asia, they're set up around an industry, one sort or another, and then support that industry. That industry gives jobs, and then the support off of that industry gives jobs. Take a look at it. The best one I can think of right now is Midland, Texas. It's not even a large city, but it's an oil city. Everything in that city is revolving around getting oil out the ground and then supporting that industry. So you have your pipe fitters unions, you have your people selling pipes and drilling equipment, welding equipment, and then you have people that support that, whether it be blacksmiths, iron workers, hell, then you have the stores that work off of that. What's there in DC? Support the federal government, and how do you support the federal government? You don't. You give them paper and say, "Hey, kid, here's a pin. Unfuck yourself."
Well, I'm okay. I'm just this Mark Hutchinson. The logic doesn't follow. DC has a higher homicide rate, therefore you bring in the military. No, sir. Military in the streets turns you into a banana republic. History is real clear.
Okay, what is the National Guard's mandate, Mark? Because it isn't just military; it's also used for policing. But someone who's taken that oath as well as the federal one, I kind of know this.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't look at it as an intimidation factor.
Maybe. But 90% of the time, how is policing done? Take a look at it. And I'm not talking about on the streets and the arrest. If you go to an actual city, because Flint's fucked up in this regard, because all the cruisers are blacked out, right? If you go to someplace that makes sense, cop cars are bright, visible from a distance. Cops usually have a vest on, visible from a distance. You don't think that's intimidation? Hey, I see this guy. I'm not going to commit whatever crime I was thinking of doing because I don't want to go to jail because jail sucks. That's not intimidation?
Okay, let me see what Yogi said. I see what Chris Caleb said. No, it's not, Trevor. Ideally, this is the order of things, but you mix in the isms, and then you get the mix you have now where community was neglected and kept from becoming an asset. So that is the issue. That's what I'm saying. Like, National Guard, okay, let Chris go and explain. The National Guard are trained more like urban warfare. Well, I mean,
I'll argue that all day long. I will slap my DD 214 with 11 Bravo on the counter right now, and then I'll go grab my enlistment contract from the National Guard that says 11 Bravo.
Yeah, but that's what
and I will tell you exactly how I was trained. And yeah, I'll tell you exactly how I was trained for both of them. One of them I was actually taught minor policing.
See, Wiz, good morning. But that's what I'm saying, though. At the end of the day, they couldn't hire more Metro DC or what, I don't know how they probably do it, what they call them, Metro officers or whatever.
I mean,
I don't want to disrespect.
So, what are the requirements to become a police officer in the DC area? Do you have to have a degree? And what kind of degree?
Let me look. It said, okay, Mark Hutchinson, the National Guard is needed for emergency only. There's no emergency in DC. You cannot normalize military in the streets. It doesn't work. But that's why I put this up for this right here. For this, why we on here for the different perspective. Petty Fish, good morning. Like I said, them podcasts I sent you, you got different. It's different perspectives that you get.
And tell me, are the National Guard actually patrolling the streets, or are they setting up in a standard area, not going down the streets, and just making sure that if things get out of hand, that certain places don't get damaged that are actually necessary for this country to run? Because if National Guard's going door to door, actually making the arrest, okay, then you have a point. But if they're just sitting there and stationary, then I see no difference, because I have that like fucking bi-monthly around here.
But then why wasn't the National Guard doing January 6th? Was they out there doing that?
Oh, you want me to pull that one up for you?
No, I'm asking, was they out there?
I'll pull that one up for you right now. Trump requested it and Pelosi shot it down.
I'm asking, but was they out there? But he still released them, right?
He requested it.
I said no, but did he release them though? The January 6th, all of them went to jail. They still in jail.
Oh, no. You asked for the guard.
No, I was just asking, but I'm just saying that's what people is looking at. Like, if you taking over for this, you know what I'm saying, on this aspect
He
of it,
needed the Speaker of the House's consent for this as well.
like I said, you know, we'll never agree on certain. I never agree with bringing military fires, bringing the national whatever, bringing them in, doing that, because it's never a good look when you bring them in. You know what I'm saying? That's a show of force, and I get it. Police already show of force. Like, I don't agree with them giving the police fires like military grade weapons. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but them type of weapons shouldn't be in the street anyway. You know, them guns that's getting to the regular folks, as Mays would say, regular folks getting hands of guns that's supposedly used for war. Like, why is them making in the middle of the streets here? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and I get
Mickey,
it. You
are
love your
those
gun.
guns of war? No, are those guns of war up there?
To me, they would be.
Why?
To me, they would be.
Why?
Why you need something that big?
Big. Okay.
I'm just asking.
I didn't bring the rounds with me right now. So
that you need right all of them to defend your house.
Some of them are for hobby, but
okay, I get it.
So the bottom one right there at the grenade, that one, the black one with the large scope, and the small one right there. All those are about the size of a 22. So what do you mean big? That is the smallest commercial caliber. These are, instead of a 22, 0.22, these are 0.223.
So
it's not big.
No, this is the question. I get it, because you're gunning through.
This is math.
Just hear me out. So do you feel like that's cool to be walking around in the neighborhood with them guns just out on you? That's just, it is what it is to walk around in with.
It is what it is.
That's the point that I'm making. Just like Yogi said, in their first day of school, do you think the little kids need to see the National Guard surrounding their streets like that, kids going to school? I mean, now we looking at impressions you putting on little kids.
Is the National Guard around that school? Or are they where are they at? That is the question there. If they're around the school, okay, then we have to say why. Why are these kids, or why are the Guard around that school? But when you're talking about guns of war, in terms of functionality, these are all inferior to what I'd use overseas. But in terms of quality, in other words, how long it's going to last, these are superior. These last longer. Better barrel, better mechanisms.
Hey, Chris Caleb, I know that them bullets would travel through houses. I know that gun hitting a person body with it.
This will go through a fucking house. Get out of here with that.
Like I said, but you just listen.
A 9mm will go through the house.
Yeah, but I'm saying still, I'm just the point I'm making. Do we need them type of guns? I'm just saying, do you need them type of guns on the streets? That's all I was asking. Do you need, like, walking around? I get it. Just say you might have your little personal, like you keep your personal gun, but when you walking around with that, them are intimidation factors. I don't care what you say. That's your opinion. You can't make me feel like that's not, you know what I'm saying? That's
these aren't opinion. To intimidate my fellow residents.
No, not for you. But
that's what the Second Amendment is actually for. Not to intimidate your fellow resident. It's to intimidate the government. If you're not partaking in it, then that's, your choice. But you've got over 100 million gun owners in the United States. And the United States can only field about 1 million military personnel. And they're not going to blow up their own infrastructure. Who wins that fight, honestly? So if you say we don't need those, then you might as well just say, let's go back to England.
I said walking around on the street. I never said what you can have in your house. I get it. Listen, we not going to agree on that. Now, I'm not against guns saying you can't have no guns. I'm just saying when them type of guns be in the wrong, because let's quit acting like them guns don't get in the wrong hands. You know what I'm saying? When you seeing shooting and everything going on. So let's don't act like even going down to both sides and had it. Like what type of gun did Dylan Roof had when he went up in there into the church? Like even what fires these kids.
Wasn't it a shotgun?
Able to get guns. What about my man out there in Vegas when he did that shooting? What type of gun was that?
So there's actually debate on that, but official story, AR-15 with bump stock.
Yeah.
Well, 3 AR-15s with bump stock.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And then
This is why I didn't.
let's go to
This is-
England.
Okay, let's
Let's
see
go to
the
England.
fun laws in England real quick.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm looking like, to me, I feel like, and I'm even, they could have hired more police. I'm gonna still go with that. They could have hired more police, but hey, when you give people, put them in, you give a person, put them in power. This is what you're gonna get. You're gonna feel like, well, they attacking the black communities. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that, but it's states where crime in white areas is bad, but is they gonna bring the National Guard through there? That's all I'm saying.
They should.
And what you did say, no, they should, but they didn't. And then somebody did say Trump didn't call for the National Guard to after the stuff happened, Trevor, too. Now they got this up on here in the chat. I gotta go back. You can find it too. They said they didn't. This is what was said. But I'm saying you don't want to normalize saying that, well, you can see tanks rolling in the streets of America. I don't care what they did in another country or how they show their military, rolling down in their streets. What they other countries do. Like you say, you don't want to go back to England. Why you want to roll your military through the streets? You know what I'm just saying. If you standing on your own, you don't got to do what other people got to do. That's the only thing I'm saying. I don't feel like they should be trying to normalize what's going on in DC. Like I say, government brought crack in here. You can't start the crack epidemic and then forget about it and then look at it like, oh, it's savages. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even when on that one I sent you with Jimmy Dore, I don't know which one did I send you the right one. Like he said, the state of California spent $26 billion on homelessness, right? Fixing it. Why $26 billion couldn't fix it? Because the money never went to the places. It said all it did was, if they really fixed that homelessness, them people that got them jobs supposedly helping homelessness, they would be out of jobs. 26 billion.
You want to know why the drug problems actually persist in the United States? Because there is a very strong theory that during the 2008 recession and housing market crash, the only thing that kept banks open was the narco market. Those were the only actual entities around that had enough money to bail out the banks. But
don't nobody, I've been saying about that, don't nobody say nothing about corporate welfare. We'll just talk about regular welfare. We won't say you did this or did that. But that's, like I say, just look at the job numbers. Didn't Trump just fire his person about the job numbers? Everybody cooked the books.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what Mark Hutchinson's saying. What it do, Master? Thanks for stopping through. Just hit that like button on your way in, too, on your way out.
The Third Amendment is the Quartering Act. In other words, you don't have to quarter soldiers in your house. In other words, let them sleep there at night free of charge and give them food. That is the Quartering Act. Walking down the streets has nothing to do with the Third Amendment.
What's up, Renee? Sister Renee Jackson and did it. Thank you, beloved. Thank you. I mean, but to me, it could be did better. They acting like they looting and tearing down the streets and this and that, and you bring it in. I'm just saying, I feel like they could have brought, and I'm just getting it from different people, like they could have hired more police.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, what are the requirements for a police officer in DC metro area? Do you have to have a degree? Does it have to be a specific degree? How long is the training? So hire more. You're looking at a fucking lead time of, in many cases, up to 2.5 years.
But you knew this had been going on for more. You said when Trump was there, what was that? 4 years ago? Biden was it?
4 years.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years ago.
Hit it about the 4-year mark.
Yeah. 4 years ago. Please smash that like button, family. I see y'all. Just hit that like button. Like button.
But, and as you said, this is nothing new. So what about the guy before Trump? What about the guy before the guy before Trump? What about the guy before? Like I said, 30 years ago, we could have unfucked this entire situation had we actually showed some attention to the area.
That's the point that I'm saying. So now that he coming this way, it's looking like, oh, this some bullshit that you pulling. Because this could have been took care of, and now you want to do it, but how you want to do it, you want to show that I'm finna be, I'm tough on, I'm this and that, when it could have been did a lot of other ways than doing it the way he doing it. The point I'm trying to make, like, that you really had to, you know what I'm saying? Because they looking at it as a, you know, he militarized DC. He taking over as a tyrant. That's what I'm saying. You got the locals tripping, not just, you know what I'm saying, not just blacks. You know what I'm saying? You got people, and then they say they mixing some of that in. They got ICE up in there. You got people saying how they coming in, snatching people up. Like some of the stuff they doing, like he disguising it as taking up. Like they say it's a whole bunch of different things going on there. Not just looking at the kids. They coming, ICE coming in there. You know what I'm saying? They grabbing people. So like, which one is it? Crime that you was coming to take over? I mean, this was what you was doing it for. Or was you doing it for your immigration law? I mean, things not
Is
like,
is
which one is it?
immigration not crime? Like, if you are here illegally, the word itself, illegally, that is a crime, isn't it?
Well, won't you? Nah, but you didn't say that. You were saying they was coming for the youth when they were saying the youth crime for the carjackings. Was it saying, was it immigrants? Was, I guess, was they the ones doing the
Or you just,
carjacking?
or you just tack on to what's already happening. Like, okay, I'm doing this for X reason, might as well double up.
That's what I'm saying. You going down. I get what it's saying, but it's going down. It's going down a rough area. I'm telling you, it's going down.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I see. Listen. Okay, Chris Caleb said they are hiring unqualified people for ICE agents, giving them thousands of dollars. It's a bonuses to join. I mean, like I say, in this whole thing, this is why I'm glad he on here, for you can see his point of view and you can see my point of view. Like, we're not going to agree on the same thing.
Oh, I don't think
Yeah,
anyone's going to agree with my point of view. I already see the
yeah,
comments, dude. I'm
no,
already just
it
kind of
ain't.
regretting being here.
Man, listen, you can't get, that's what I'm saying. You can't get mad. That's why them shows, don't you know, them people doing their shows, they not tripping on that. But it's
I
just,
mean, they cater to certain audiences. We try. I mean, we try to be open to everyone, but we have a audience that leans one way. My views are
think
never going
so.
to be popular here.
You really think that it just leans one way?
Majority, except for maybe Miss Gladys. I don't see too many other
You
folks
saying the
that.
Republicans? That's what you're saying. This is more Democratic leaning. I
Oh
could have.
yeah,
Well, you have to look at it though, but that's how it is. People not seeing it. Like how you like, okay, it's no problem. I get it. How you feel. Chris Caleb
see
said,
right there, Caleb, perfect,
because he said we can
awesome.
see. Oh man, you can't take that. Look, I got blamed for saying I you know, listen,
Oh,
I
I know
said
you got blamed for
I
Harris
got
losing.
I got murdered. I'm surprised I'm still here. I got blamed for single
You
handedly.
are the one that tanked her entire campaign.
Charlotte Bird, good morning. That's what I'm saying. I didn't got, dude. I'm still getting murdered, and certain people
I
chatting
mean,
about that election. And how long ago was that
there's
election?
a reason some of those folks aren't around right now because of how disrespectful they were getting about it.
No, I'm just saying I still get murdered on that. That I'm blamed. I got blamed for tanking Kamala Harris campaign. I
Which
got
I think is funny
blamed.
because you said you're voting for her.
I went and voted for her.
And you even told people outright ahead of time, I'm going out and vote for her, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's nope, nope. It's because of people like Mickey that Kamala, man, that shit pissed me off. I'm not gonna
Yeah, I'm
lie.
just telling. No, hold up. I ain't done with that. That's just the major one I blew. I blew the 7th Ward race. Jan
Mm.
Marie Arbor. I
I
got
saw
blamed for that.
more upsetness at Wintis,
See,
and
here it
then
go right
people
here.
upset
Blew.
at you because you didn't stop her.
Here it go. By caught you. Just put it on the screen. I
Yep.
ain't want to say all it. I'm telling you what I just
Oh
been
yeah,
cooked
we got
on.
blamed for Carol because we didn't just do a blanket. Oh, she's on
Remember?
the platform. We're gonna back her.
Because remember I had Rose on. Remember we was letting
Mhm.
Rose come on.
Oh yeah.
I showed up to Rose's damn, what was that when they be throwing? You know, when a person they when they finna announce that they finna run, her announcement. Remember, I covered that. She had threw it over in the sixth ward.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember I went there. That's when the fallout came.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that one.
Yeah, I got blamed. That's what I'm telling you. I got blamed for that one. Shit, I got dogged out for that one. You know what I'm saying? So like, nah, but Cameron, that's the reason I did it. No, see, that's what I'm saying. See, Trevor, you be reading it wrong. See, you just get it when you go on there, and here go one right here, Renee. Trevor, I care for you. I don't care what you being a Republican. I'm a Democrat. I hope doesn't make you feel about me. Here go Cameron Hardy.
I don't feel no different about no one, but it does get irritating when people take what I say and try twisting it around.
And we need more robust conversations like this. See what I'm saying? I mean, you gotta listen, man. I sit up there and watch all them different shows when people debate on how they is. That's why I wanted to bring it up on the different point of views, because you have to look at it. Like I did. Is your view gonna be different? Both our views gonna be different on it. So a person is sitting up there just lying, gonna lie and say I'm agree. No, it's two different views.
Let's twist this back this way for a sec. Yeah. Mick, where are you saying, like, I don't know the layout of DC, right? Where are you saying that majority of the policing is happening right now?
In the black neighborhoods.
All right. Give me a second. I got a crime map up, and right now I'm only showing assault. Only showing assaults using dangerous weapon, knife, or others. These areas. Now, we got Yogi here. Yogi, where are these areas at? No. There's a difference, Mr. Elliott. But anyway, I'm willing to bet if we pull up a heat map of where the policing is, we're going to see most of it coming up like this. Now, I don't know if there actually is one. It'd be nice if there was. Arsons, hey, Flint's leading something, right? We got more arsons in Flint. Burglary. Car break-in. Robbery. Sex abuse. Theft. Now let's throw in the homicides. DC doesn't look to be a very safe place to me. Except for maybe around here, but that's where they should be definitely policing a lot more with white collar. I see National Mall, which makes me think
Yogi G said it looks White like House the South Side and Northwest.
Yeah. To me, National Mall, correct me if I'm wrong, is where the White House and Congress is. There should be a lot more FBI investigation going on there, especially white collar crimes. But they're concentrating on street crimes.
But answer this question then. I'm just coming from the Max. She said, but the question is, why are those areas high in crime?
Poverty. We discussed that earlier. And why is there poverty? Because there isn't really anything in DC to substantiate a population as large as it is. That's just an honest truth. There's no industry in DC, really. You've got your naval yards, but they're not doing jack right now.
But this the question, though. Like what they saying, let me see. They said, okay, House, I understand that, Trevor, but you know how this goes. We are going to agree on something. We're also going to disagree on things. Trevor, talk about, I got you. I like hearing, but people left the channel because they couldn't tolerate hearing a different view from their own. For sure. The National Mall is where Million Man March is.
Jackson.
Yeah, pull up Jackson, Florida.
All right, give me a sec. Crime.
I'm looking what Mark Hutchinson said. None of what you are saying justify military in the streets. DC is a city, not all that the most dangerous. Okay.
Let's see. Crimegrade.org.
Okay, It says Trump is only doing that in Democratic states and the federal government states.
Hey, I was just there recently.
They said Jacksonville is off the chain.
Yeah, give me a second to share the screen. Oh, it's already up. Here we are. Different site. Dark green areas are safest. Red is not safest. load interactive map. Ooh-wee. Yeah, let's see. I was just day before yesterday. Of course, the naval station is one of the worst. I was down here. I was in a yellow area. Yeah, Jacksonville is pretty insane. But I can also see it being a pride thing. And that's not defending it. Certainly. We all know Trump is a very, what's it called? God damn it. Prideful. What is that sin? Not just pride, but
What, glutton?
No. Like meaning prideful. Vain, there we go.
Vain.
He is a very vain man, and the city that he's governing from has a lot of crime.
What city?
DC.
Talk about okay.
That's why he's acting out in DC. No, Jacksonville. DeSantis needs to fix Jacksonville.
But what I'm saying though, I listen. I get that. I was looking at somebody was saying
showboater, vain, that exactly that.
Yeah. But
how much crime in Houston? Let's take a look. Go ahead.
In Houston. What I was saying still, but that's what the people in DC were saying from the 80s and 90s. They were saying from some of the shows I was watching, the 80s and 90s, it was rough. But they saying compared to now and how they coming through with a force, like how he came through, it you know what I'm saying? It ain't matching. Like they could have hired more police. Just like when how old do you got to be a National Guard?
17.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. So if you asking about how old you got to be, at least the police, they not bringing no 17-year-olds in. That's what I'm saying. You could have hired more police. I'm just saying.
Let me find something real quick.
Let's come on with it.
Oh no, I just want to see if the guard has rough for DC.
He said send a guard to Jacksonville, Duval.
Honestly, they could just use the Navy Shore Patrol. All right. DC deployments, rules for use of force. This is just off Google. Here we are. August 14th, 2025. Rules for use of force. Bingo. Let's see what they have here. August 11th, at the direction of the President, Secretary directed the DC National Guard to mobilize and support DC Metropolitan Police Department, federal law enforcement partners, crime in our nation's capital. As of today, 800 Army and Air National Guardsmen mobilized under Title 32 as part of Joint Task Force TC, and they're now here in our capital. Oh, this is defense.gov. I was wondering why this doesn't look like actual orders.
Don't he only got like 30 days and he gonna have to pull them out? But I get what a lot of people
like that,
saying
yes.
too. I get what a lot of people saying because what they'll do here, they'll come on. You know what I'm saying? They'll be trying it on the next places. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. That's what I get what they saying. You don't want, you know what I'm saying? The people like, why would you even want? Because these still school kids, man. Like I even say this for in high crime areas. What you be thinking? Kids gonna see if you out here and they seeing, you know, maybe preteens or early teens, you know, pulling guns out. Just go look out there in California. You know what I'm saying? When the violence keep going, when they saying nobody see that. That's just like even like and don't nobody. Man.
Where's the rough orders?
Whatever. Yeah, no, I'm just saying, man. And that was out 3 a.m. on a random night. Okay, let me see. This was Mark. That's what I'm saying, but they're not gonna say that. And lastly, Big Balls was out at 3 a.m. on a random night and got effed up. Nobody asked why he got effed up for a reason. And it ain't a good reason for him. Like why he was out. That do make sense. Like, what was you doing over there? I mean, what was you doing at 3 a.m.? You know. Like what was you doing over there for two what was it? He claimed 2 teenagers was robbing him. tried to carjack him?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm looking at what Diddy Buck said, but he won't send them to Chicago. He ain't sending national. You probably don't want to keep sending all this National Guard to all these different places like that. And I get it too. When I'm just thinking about going back over my mind about some of these places, like other people is like, just think about like all the other high crime places. They like, damn, you went there. Is DC number one in high? Who number one in crime in the United States? What city number one?
Highest crime rate cities.
Yeah, let's see.
Memphis.
Uh,
Several cities in the U.S. consistently rank high in crime rates. Memphis, Tennessee currently has the highest crime rate per capita at 97.64 crimes per 100,000 people, according to a report from the Safe and Sound Security. So we got Memphis, St. Louis, Baltimore, Detroit, Oakland, Kansas, and New Orleans.
Where DC at on there? Now, that's what I'm see. That's the point that I was getting to. It's not even in the what's the name. He brought the guards out like that. I'm not saying because I see a person said DC got gangs in there. You know, drugs. I get that, but if they not in the, what was his purpose to show that? And plus, look how they ganging up on the homeless there.
District of Columbia. Why is this doing this? Hide. Thank you. Murder, non-negligent manslaughter, 25.49. This is changing based on. So what is its actual? All right. I think it'll be up in the D's then, since it's ordering by. Jesus, California's fucked up. District of Columbia. Yeah, no, it's ordering cells by where it's at on this list, depending on where I click. So whether steady, if I click state, it's 70. Oh, wait. Let's do it like this. Murder and non-negligent manslaughter, and we will look for District of Columbia.
Okay, Zachary here said DC is not considered a state; it's district, separate rules.
Yep.
DC is known as the District of Columbia.
Yep.
Ain't they called Metro Police, DC Metro? I could be wrong. So what was you reading? Something that didn't apply to it or something?
No, it applies. It applies.
Okay.
No, but you click state, and yes, it is different. I don't need a control F. This isn't Discord.
Right.
Share screen. List of United States cities by yada. But it's more of, if you watch the screen, here I click state, and it jumps all the way up to like number 70 some, just because it's the 70th cell in the state.
They say District of Columbia. I see that.
Yeah. Now if I click city, it's going to be up toward the top, isn't it? Because it's doing it alphabetically.
Okay, Metropolitan Police Department. I got it.
All right, here, 196th Washington, because I click city, W at the bottom.
Hey, and prayers out to Miss Renee Jackson nephew. Prayers.
If we do it by murder and non-negligent manslaughter, it ranks 191st. The R word that we're not allowed to say on YouTube because YouTube doesn't like those words, it's 76th. Robbery, 198th. Aggravated assault, 125th. Oh, wait, we can just do by total here. Bingo. 172nd. Arson is going to be at the bottom. Flint should be higher on the arson list. Burglary, 73rd. Larceny and theft, 174th. Motor vehicle theft, 165th. And if we click total here, well, where are you? I don't even see it here now. Oh, there it is, 163rd. Yeah, Texas and California have more cities on this list than anyone else.
Nah, I'm just saying, but that's what they saying is just like what he doing there. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not advising him because what they doing out in California right now, you gotta look, you gotta look at the Olympics coming, right? They finna
Yep.
clean that mess up out there because they not finna have people coming in, fires, the gangs. I'm watching how they doing them right now. They dropping charges on them, RICO cases and everything. Because they know the Olympics is coming and they're not finna have people getting robbed. I know you probably don't be paying attention, but a lot of like they have a lot of stuff be going down in Hollywood. I was watching one, was it on Rodeo
There's a
Drive? They
reason it's
robbed the
called
dude.
Holly Weird.
They robbed the dude in broad daylight.
Mm-hmm. I was born in LA. I know about California. I
That's what
know
I'm
about
saying.
Los Angeles, Hollywood, all those areas. I don't go back to where I was born for a fucking reason.
Yeah, no, I was watching it. I mean, they were just showing like how it is, but they were showing like how now they've been coming in on them. You know what I'm saying? Fires on the gang. Like they were showing where they was extorting people. It's like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? They're like they finna clean up this area, but the people like you only doing it now because okay, the Olympics coming. It's all right for us to go through it, but now you want to clean it up. So when the Olympics over with, we're gonna go back to how we was.
that's generally how governments work. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what
I
That's
mean,
why when you
and
see,
you have every right to be upset about that.
yeah,
Look, a government in a how do I say this? In an idyllic society, a government is there to protect just a few things of the residents or of the citizens.
right.
Your rights, your security, and your safety. That's all a government should be doing.
Mm,
In the real world, what a government does is it comes up with excuses to justify its existence to make itself stronger. Do you know that we have more departments in the federal government than we have years existed? And these are all just executive branch departments. If we go into congressional departments, we have more departments than months this country has existed.
mm,
And some of those were created during early 1800s for an obscure reason that doesn't even exist today, but they still employ people.
mm.
Like, I get what you're saying that, yeah, when the government only does something when it benefits it. So people coming to California for Olympics. And you're right. As soon as the Olympics are gone and everyone is left, the trash is still going to, the trash that the Olympics generate, because that's, a couple trillion tons of, waste and debris is going to be left there. And they're going to look at the city and they're going to blame the residents of the city for it looking like trash. It's not right, but what can we do? And that's a horrible way to look at it, but literally, what are you going to do? You can try voting, but we just saw how voting worked in Flint, didn't we? Got LaShawn in there. Miss I Can't Read. That worked out pretty well.
I mean, but that's how it's gonna go though. But it's the system. It ain't. We can say, you know what I'm saying? Like we ain't heard, a right end and win, but we ain't create the system. That's the problem. that you making my point. We ain't create the system. We can say we can get mad at really like to say you can't hate the player, you got to hate the game. Because LaShawn, we can throw out all these things out here.
Yeah,
we can say this person, but the system.
We could say it was a cheat.
But the system.
We could say, and the system made it available, easy to cheat. Or it could be legit. And the system requires people to participate, and people just don't feel like participating.
That's the point that I'm making. See, it's the system allows all this to happen. What happened? Then you say the Republic has been one was saying about hollering about absentee ballots. Remember they said. Remember we had
Trump was running around, and mind you guys don't like Trump. Oh, I'm being told to stop it. Yes, Chris, I'll stop. No.
But I'm saying,
so Trump was running around in 2020 blaming his loss on absentee ballots and how they were, how easy it would be to cheat, how easy it was to cheat. He was blaming it on a cheat. No one batted an eye. Everyone goes, oh, that's bullshit. Now you take a look at Flint and you see a write-in candidate, the second one in Michigan history to win at least in a larger area, to win through write-ins.
That's the
Now
point.
people
That's
are
what we
screaming
said.
about it. It's 4 years too late.
Yeah, but that's what they saying. They looking at it like not like that. But then the system allow for this to happen for absentee ballots.
Yeah.
That's
Here's
what I'm
the
saying.
fun
Even
thing
the
about
Republicans.
absentee ballots, though. Those rules were changed during COVID. Absentee ballots, you used to have a reason, such as you were incapable of getting to a box or a ballot box, you were out of state. In other words, you were absent from your polling place, on work, vacation, XYZ. They could send you a ballot so your vote could be counted, or you were overseas, namely in that case for soldiers.
But what I'm saying, but the system allowed this to happen. At the end of the day, how we can say what we want, the system allows this to happen. Why you think you see the Democrats gonna fight for them absentee ballots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they feel if they don't have them absentee ballots, Democrats feel like they'll never win another election again.
Yes, and I see people saying those elections are run by, what is it? Those elections are run by two different entities. So you're saying that the city of Flint didn't handle any federal election ballots?
JoJo in the building.
It's the same play, just on a smaller field. At least allegedly. Like, I'm still not 100% on the 2020. I honestly, what's bitching about 2020 going to do for anyone, Republican or Democrat? You can't go back and undo whoever was in office. So talking about that now doesn't do anything except as maybe a cautionary tale of, if you keep things that can be done out of sight, and suddenly you can end up with more absentee votes than you had in-person votes. Weird.
No, I was just saying about absentee ballots because it was, that's what Trump, I was looking at how they was talking about. He was
Common
gonna stop
sense.
it.
No idea about that.
He
I
said
can
it
tell
was
you
gonna,
that in 2020 and 2024, Trump voted in Florida because he's a resident of Florida. But no.
that's what
Absentee
he
ballot
did.
fraud in Mickey, how do you say this word? Hamstram.
Hamtramck.
There's an S in there. Hamstram. Yeah,
Hamtramck. That's down by the D.
exactly.
Yeah, they did find it, but
everyone is saying that every election since what I want to say 94 has been the safest and most secure. And now people are talking about, get a hold of the Republicans because they're taking voter security or voter sanctity vote. Seriously. I mean, good idea. Play the parties off of each other because let's face it, while we all might be registered one way or another, none of us are really a part of those parties. We're just saying we support them, but make them fight each other for your vote.
no, I mean, I look at it like this.
Common sense, no, you cannot.
He said Antonio Trump has admitted he voted absentee. I mean,
Okay.
but it's like this. Whoever feel like even going down with this this redistricting, both sides play the game. The Democrat, it just show you America is more conservative than it is liberal. Because if the Democrats felt that way, they wouldn't have to they wouldn't have to get the black vote to try to get in office. And that's how I do really truly see it that way. I just feel like what you're saying, even with these Democratic cities being ran to the ground. But look who allowing them to be ran to the ground. Because at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff could have been an easy fix. You would think DC would have been an easy fix with the president staying there. Like when Reagan was talking about clearing up fighting crime, this was a Republican president. But at the same time, they was allowing drugs to come in. That's my thing with it. That's just like with all these in the inner city. Do you think we need more liquor stores in the poor community, or do you think what's up, Cuzzo? Do you think we
That's
need
your
more?
that's your zoning boards that you need to be
But,
looking at there,
yeah,
and that's a local thing. Like people, I don't know how many times I have to say it. Like all politics are local, right? Whether it's your president or your fucking dog catcher, and people are voting more based off of a letter next to the name. You could get John Ron and Ron John, each with different letters behind their name, but you're getting the same fucking vote, the same fucking person who's going to sit there and take the same fucking money to put the same fucking liquor store in the same fucking neighborhood.
yeah, but that's the point. If you acting like you saying your zoning board, what is the makeup of these zoning board? Matter of fact, what is the makeup of the zoning board in Flint? See,
Isn't Emily on there?
let's find out. Let's see the makeup of the
All
zoning board
right.
in Flint. Salty Chef, what it do? Let's see the makeup of it.
Zoning Board of Appeal. Oh wait, no, we can do both. Let's do this. Share screen. Flint, Michigan zoning board. So this is your appeals, non-compliance. Oh, all right. Let's look at this. Okay, I guess it falls under your planning commission. So who's on it?
Yeah, that's what we need to find out. Crime pays. It sure do.
Okay, well, can I just see it? All right. Navigate to the government boards and commissions or planning and zoning section.
Hit that like button, family. It's just me and Trevor this morning.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be that way for a while, isn't it?
Who knows? Probably not. Probably not. You never know. You never know, Trevor. You never know.
We never know. All right. Government. No, it doesn't show shit here.
They don't want to show the pictures of them. That's terrible.
Yeah,
can anybody get us the pictures to the people that's on the zoning board?
Zoning division. Okay, fees and payments. Zoning Board of Appeals. Like, does it just fall on city council? Like, you bring up a resolution to them then? I do remember that they did that once while we were there and Emily came running up.
Exactly. They don't have, but they still got
a lot. Oh, here we are. Planner 1, Dalton Castle. Coordinator is Brian Achew, Max Lester, and Tyler Bailey. These 4 people.
I mean, well, since they didn't have a picture, we got the names of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a lot of them on there. What part you want to come from now? Might be the one on Carpenter Road is closed, and this coming up ML King.
They're
one on Pearson and
ML.
No, is that I'm wrong street, wrong ML King. Hold up, let me see. You still got the one right there by what's that, Russell? Then you get up to Pearson Road, you still got one right there. Then when you get past, you got to go past Pasadena. Then when you get up before you get to McClellan, you got Hinky Dinky still open. Then when you go there, you get to Dayton Street, you still got one open. That's 4 right there. This on ML King.
Isn't that M&H open, or did Murder and Homicide shut down?
Shut up, Winters. What up, Rodney? I'm trying to think. Then when you get past there, you got some more. Well, you got at least 5 till you get to 5th Street, if I'm not mistaken, liquor stores, and that's just coming up ML King.
So where I was at, off of Sloan, and what's the street with the Cavalry Church that is hosting the Burston or the Hasselbring? What's that road? Flushing?
On Hasselbring. Yeah.
The
Flushing.
cavalry that's hosting it.
Yeah.
So
Flushing. I was
so
thinking.
that general area, we had University Mini Market. Then we go down Flushing a little way, and there's a liquor store. I don't know the name. Nice people inside. You go down a little bit further, Club Sunoco. You go down a little bit further, cross over Ballinger, and there's one on the left-hand side. Then there's the Sunoco that sells beer, and I mean, and that's just going east to west.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was just going straight up. If you go down the streets, but I'm saying no. But I'm looking at Zachary. No,
And that's less
yeah,
than 2
exactly.
miles
You would
too.
probably hear it was over 100,000 people staying here then. So of course you're gonna need more.
Man,
But I'm saying you looking at
look at how many dispensaries are there. We can go the same route with that.
yeah, no facts.
Your
Ellie.
zoning board allows these fucking dispensaries to pop up. They will change the zoning laws to allow a dispensary to pop up. Who's making money off of that? And what's it doing? It's keeping you
That's
out of
just
your mind, not paying attention to the shit around you, making people money from out of the city.
Yeah, but see that goes back to how they want to play it here. No, Sister Renee, I did see that, but hey, listen, they locked her in there till they got what they wanted. That's the point I was making with Jasmine Crockett. That when you go out there in the Democratic Party, you went out there carrying a water, and look how the governor did this redistricting. Did this redistricting and it'll hurt you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful what you do. That's all I'm saying. You have to be careful and know how to navigate through these rough terrain political streets. I'm just telling you, you got to, because they will come back and get you. That's just like what they know what they was doing. It's no different than what you see here. They know what they doing. It's no different. It's just that I'm just looking at it like we gotta know. You gotta know how to deal better when you trying to do some negotiation. I just think now they don't know how to do no negotiation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
more of it is like, let me get on here. I'll do this. I'm getting to be on MSNBC. I'm getting to be on CNN. I'm getting to be on Fox News. I'm getting on all the top podcasts. You know what I'm saying?
That kind of goes into the point that I was making a few minutes ago. Everyone wanting to run to the Republican Party now because they're on to voter sanctity, whatever. Making sure every vote is not. Let me connect to though, right?
Yeah.
You said it depends on your negotiator. Just going over there to get a thing, an investigation with Ms. Bev Biggs to see if that election was valid, see if those signatures are valid. That should not be your only stopping point. If you're going to start talking with the party for anything, Republican, Democrat, Green, Libertarian, what's another one? Whatever, Purple Party, right? Then you need to start off with that and then start asking for more. A lot of communities, I mean, however you want to define that, as a overarching group of people or as just a small town, don't have people actually negotiating for them. Right now, it's, hey, we want this one thing done, and then we will vote for you for X, Y, and Z, and then they get screwed. You've been talking for a while about Black community getting tangibles, right? When it comes to voting, is this not a good place to start negotiating? Like, hey, maybe some areas here can be swung to vote for you if we start getting some tangibles. Let's start talking some negotiations here. What will you do for us?
I mean, this the point that I'm making. Now, I'm glad you brought that up. The Republicans is only coming over now because they feel something they need.
Mm-hmm.
So let's don't play like,
Oh yeah, no, I'm not playing that.
And because they coming over here once again. It's another tactic that everybody uses. Like the Republicans gonna say, look how the Democrats did y'all, but hell, y'all ain't did nothing to prove that we should go over there and vote. And I don't believe in. When Trump said this, what the hell you got to lose? Look what people losing now. Just think about on the one with the Arabs, the Arab community. They did it with one vote. Remember, they was all together. And look how look what he done to them. You think they could want to take their vote back now? Let's look at the Latinos. Who did they vote? What way? I mean, which way they vote most of the time? Republicans. They Republicans.
That one I'm not 100%.
Let's pull it
Give me
up.
a second.
Pull it up.
I'm doing so now.
Oh no, all the way from the VA. I'm not knocking her. That's what I was talking about. Jasmine Crockett. I wasn't knocking her because I feel what she was did, but to me, the Democrats ain't didn't roll up behind her. They didn't come up behind her. They let her go out there, and it's like now, shit, she fighting for political, trying to survive. See, that's the stuff they not gonna tell you. She trying to survive.
Historically, Latino voters have shown a tendency to favor the Democratic Party, but this trend is not monolithic and has seen shifts, with some segments of the Latino electorate moving toward the Republican Party. In 2024, the presidential election, Democrat candidate Kamala Harris secured 56% of the Latino vote, continuing the trend of Democratic majorities within the demographic. However, Republican candidate Donald Trump successfully increased his share of the Latino vote compared to his previous campaigns, winning 47% of voters among Latino men. That's an apples to oranges comparison. One is only saying men, one's overall. Anyway, this also included double-digit gains in majority Hispanic-held counties like Southern Texas and Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but then how did the Haitians and Cubans vote there in Florida? Pull that up.
All right, let me pull that back up. Screen share. I mean, Cubans would fall under the Latino vote, but if you wanted to go into,
they just asking. I'm going by the
count. Yeah, I got you. Does the Cuban vote? Oh, right here, from Pew, which I actually trust. Most Cuban American voters identify as Republican in 2020. Skewed Republican. Now asked about Haitian.
Yep.
I couldn't spell it right.
Close.
Predominantly toward the Democratic Party. Studies indicate that around 73% of registered Haitian American voters in Florida are Democrats, while only 4% identify as Republican, leaving you 22% independent.
But now look how the Latino vote with Trump doing the ICE race. How you think they feel about that now?
I don't know. Most of the ones I've spoke to from my hometown down in Douglas are happy with it.
A lot of the ones I seen they had on the X and all the different social medias were not happy with it. They was disappointed.
Those are also boosted.
They was what?
Boosted. AstroTurfed. So one person with a little bit of influence highlights it, and then several.
Oh, you saying influencers got them on there? So
yeah.
You just saying this.
But actually go and talk with folks from, Hispanic communities, especially those that have legalized and naturalized to here. Many of them are cool with it. Why? Well, a lot of them are saying, hey, I did the right thing. I came here the right way. It took me X amount of time, money, effort, energy, stress. Why does someone else get to cut in front of that line?
Well, we're going to see, because there are other people on the other side say it's people boosting them too then, because they say,
oh, yeah, astroturfing is a very big thing.
So,
but like I said, I was talking with friends that I grew up with. I'm not looking at social media trends because I don't even trust social media trends in Flint. And I know most of the people who actually influence the shit in Flint.
Yeah, no, I was actually too. I like to see the ones who be on the ground. They actually have them on there when they be talking about it. That's where I got it from. There's like a lot of them voted for Trump, but they didn't know they was voting against their own when they seen how he was gonna come down on them. Oh, for sure. Chris Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Said the last time black majority voted Republican was before Jim Crow. I mean, usually Hispanics stick together, and they do. They do. So they still in Texas and waiting for them to come after the blacks. Well, I told people, okay, Zachary agreed with you. He said, exactly, Trevor. That's what I'm hearing from Mexicans.
Here. And it's not just Mexicans, though, right? Like, we're also talking Venezuelans, Argentinians, Colombians, and Cubans. I mean, we already covered with the majority voting Republican in that search a minute ago. So that's a deal, right? Honestly, I still have yet to see any problem with deportations. And I know everyone says alligator Alcatraz. Let me look up living conditions in alligator Alcatraz, because some of the shit that my wife showed me actually looked pretty good. Looked better than some of the food I make myself, dude.
Man, I don't know. I don't know, man. Let me tell you something. You ain't gonna get me to convince me to believe that, because they might just show a picture of some shit that they can do photo ops. We done seen a lot of photo ops where they say this, and the media is good at manipulating that.
Yeah,
so,
I don't trust media for shit.
That's what I mean.
I need my wife to send me that, because right now all I'm seeing is pictures of alligators with ice hats, and
I mean, but that is
crazy
crazy though. Like alligator alley, you gonna build a jail out there where alligators is at. I mean, another form of intimidation. I get it.
It's
If
built
you
on a
slip
runway.
out, get ate up. Yeah, I'm just saying, wowzers.
It just reminds me the look of it. My living conditions in Bagram.
Yeah,
giant ass tents. You're there for less than a week or two,
Satan.
then they yeet you out. Yeah, it is hot as
mosquitoes is like big as horses with baby calves.
Yeah, we get that everywhere down here. Nope, just a whole bunch of protest pictures. I am not seeing living conditions. Okay, let me see if I can find alligator Alcatraz food.
I mean, don't fall for it. Neo, you gotta wake up. I'm trying to tell you. So, but I'm saying, but look, all these places, where they gonna put these people at? I mean, I mean,
a lot of them being flown to their country of origin. Most of them, in fact.
I mean, because they said, to be honest, they said they was. I remember. Listen,
this is not a long-term facility.
It was naming Barack Obama deporter in chief. That was his nickname, deporter in chief. Now go go pull up. They said Obama was deporter in chief.
Remember the kids in cages thing that people started talking about in 2016? That was actually a holdover from back when I was still living full time in Arizona. So I want to say 2007. That's been a thing for a hot minute.
Yeah, shit. They look what
or
they did.
Splitting up families. I mean, okay, if you're taking people and detaining them, a lot of them do have a criminal record. Are you going to put kids in the same detention facility with their parents that might be in the same detention area as someone with a violent history? That sounds like a terrible plan. That sounds like a no-win situation to me.
So you saying they putting, but this is what I'm saying.
Well, that's what people are bitching about, right? Like, oh, they're splitting up families. Well, I'm not going to put the kid in there with a bunch of adults that we're shipping out. They can catch the same flight together or the same bus together, but while we're housing them, no fucking way. That's just an easy way for kids to be assaulted. That's a hell no, because you either split them up and you're a bad guy, or you keep them together, something happens to a kid and you're a bad guy, or you just don't get them at all.
But hold on. It's not just that easy, Trevor. I'm not going to let you off the hook. They coming through snatching people up who are legally here. They snatched one person up.
I was talking about the previous times.
Oh, okay.
The entire time when they're talking about kids in cages and breaking up families. So that's like from 2007 through, we'll go through the 2018 period, because right now is a different thing altogether. Right.
Oh, okay. Well, Trevor, they saying, what about the white immigrants that are here illegally?
Those need to fucking go too.
Yeah, it's like, that's what the people saying, but they not snatching them up. That's the point. That's what they saying. They not snatching them up. They going for, you know what I'm saying? Like when you saying deporter, if they doing that, they should be snatching all illegals up and not just you focusing on one crew. Even though I see it, but you can't just focus on one crew. But that's what the media is showing you. We got to get the Latinos out. We got to get, you know what I'm saying, the Haitians out. We got to get, you know what I'm saying, we not hearing about we doing this to these people. We doing this to the, say Ukrainians, or we doing this to the British, or we doing this to, because I don't, the English, or we doing this to the Irish. That's what the, people looking at. Like, listen, why we just saying, you know what I'm saying, we just got this hell. You know they got white gangs in America too,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what they saying. Like, what about them?
The Polacks,
Yeah,
the
but
Polish, let me
yeah,
say it properly. The Polish, the Ukrainians, the Russians, old Eastern Bloc.
yeah.
Then
You
you've
got the
got
Klan still
Spaniards.
here. Yeah, you still got the Klan that they
Oh,
ain't.
I was just going off
Yeah,
of
yeah,
illegal
yeah,
immigrant gangs.
yeah. And that's what I'm saying. But because
The Klan,
yeah,
the
they just
Klan
not
are
going to.
very nationalistic. I don't like you can't conflate the Klan with immigrant gangs, because the Klan, for one thing, is you were born here, you belong here. You can't move here. Like, fuck the Klan.
No, but what
Everything
I'm
about the
saying,
Klan.
no, but they still a gang though, because just like the gangs out there, the gangs around here, like the gangs in Chicago, them was people who was born here. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They falling up under terrorism. You know what I'm saying? They like that Patriot Act. When you look at a lot of the stuff that they doing, is to me, they created this problem. At once again, government, they created the problem. My thing is, you created the problem. What's the antidote to fix it? Building more jails is not. Plus, the jails here are not rehabilitation. When they say, if I pay my debt to society, right? When I
Mm-hmm.
come out of jail,
You
shouldn't I be
should
able to
be.
get a job? I paid my debt to society. I did
Yeah,
my
we've gone
time.
through this before. Every right that you had should be restored. From First Amendment, say whatever the fuck you want, all the way up to the 10th Amendment. Well, technically 9th and 10th are about states. So all the way up to the 8th Amendment.
Right.
You know,
Oh,
firearms, just because you've been convicted once, hell, it could be something as small as a weed charge, nothing violent at all,
right.
and you're still neglected certain rights.
That's
Hell,
what
in
I'm
some
saying.
states you can't even vote. No, you and I are 100% in agreement there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the point is, like, did you just say if you were born here, you belong here?
No,
No. He
that's
was
what
saying,
I was quoting the fucking Klan,
yeah,
and that was in a derogatory meaning.
yeah.
Don't
That's
don't
why.
take that out of context.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like saying these things. That's
That's why I was
Mhm.
telling you go watch Gangs in New York. Like I like to watch old history movies because you can kind of matter of fact, go on the History Channel. Go watch the Builders of America, where the founding fathers founded was the Builders of America, how America was there when they was talking about the DuPonts, the Conackys, what's my man that owned it, J.P. Morgan on U.S. Steel. When you go see how this stuff was did, you can understand how the politics in America work. Like I don't care. The system go eventually going to eat you up.
Mhm.
And you can go read Jordan Sheraton book. It ain't by choice that we get people you can be bought and paid off. Like we was just hollering about, you know what I'm saying? Facts, Rena. I have to watch the old movies for you can kind of see what's going on. Yeah, but you know what? We wouldn't have to do this. I mean, what Sherry Alice said, it is suggested that people carry a passport ID with them at all times. What's happening with Trump's order is just short of martial law on Americans. But I'm just saying, you gonna get. Go ask the people out in California how they feel right now, the Hispanic people. They say some of them is shook about coming out. Going to the barber shops, how they say, and that's what they got on Ice Cube head about. Because he was like, it's not the same, California feel a little different now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know who was working on them a lot at these movie studios, doing a lot of work out there, the landscaping was the Hispanics out there doing a lot of the doing them jobs. Now they worrying about getting grabbed up, like they say. They down there in panic mode out there. Like you worrying about coming out. My thing, how did they let this get so out of hand? Who allowed this to get out of hand like that? Because the borders just ain't get out of control yesterday. When did the borders start
Mhm.
getting overran? How did this problem happen? See, I want to know what was the root of this problem. How did this problem get here?
People saying that you have a right to enter this country even if you don't go through a port of entry one. Hell, dude, when I was living down there were some great groups, right? Humanitarian groups. And what they would do is they'd set up water stations in the desert. I agree
Mhm.
with this, right? No one deserves to die in desert heat. That is just fact. It is a miserable way to go. But there are some groups that'll go out there and just drive down the highway. Dude, there's so many times I've nearly been in an accident. You just see a van swing off the road going 50, slam the brakes, open up the doors, and you see 12, 15 motherfuckers jump in and then take off again. And then you have these human rights groups, saying, oh, you can't prosecute them. They're just looking for a better life. Look, I get some places are not a good place to live. But how do we know who's coming through? How do we know what their intentions are? You can't just assume everyone's got good intentions, just like you can't just assume everyone's got bad intentions.
Facts.
Right? There does have to be a system to check who's coming through. In no other country in the world can you just walk across a border. Hell, most countries around the world, including, quote, civilized countries, will put a bullet in you for trying to walk across a border like that.
No, most countries not gonna let you. They're not gonna let you just overstay your visa and not get you out of here.
Right. But what I'm saying is, so overstaying your visa is one way, but just coming across a border, just walking, jumping a fence, climbing through, some countries aren't even secured by a physical barrier. But you try to cross that non-physical barrier, and you're going to catch a bullet.
Could this be part of the problem? This from Mark Hutchinson.
Oh, I've gone on with that for a while, because that right there, hiring illegals at lower wages, at under minimum wages, that is a human rights. That is basically modern day slavery in a way. Like, oh, I can get just enough to keep you working here, make it to where you can't leave, but you can't really sustain yourself. You can't do X, Y, or Z. And if you leave, then I'm going to call immigration on you. You're going to work for this bullshit pay.
Well,
strange.
Old gamer said, try walking across the Poland border. You will get shot.
I was telling you, you'd catch a bullet. Like, Poland's got landmines around its borders. It doesn't trust any of its neighbors.
And this is from Zachary Harrison. He said, Mexicans used to cross the Rio Grande. Some would drown. That's where wetback came from.
Mm-hmm. That's actually, so yes and no. Because of people drowning is where the name Operation Wetback came from. That was a 1950s anti-illegal immigration push. They actually named it Operation Wetback, which is, 1950s were a different time, a different place, and racism was very common. And then from that operation is where people started calling them that.
The difference is we are the greatest and most powerful superpower. The Statue of Liberty says, give me your poor, you're tired, you're hungry, yearning to be free.
Mm-hmm. And I agree with that. Just come in the right way. We have to know who's coming through. I'm sorry. Just like I anywhere else.
Yeah, any other country, they ain't gonna just let you just come in.
I don't care what you have in your bank account. If you're poor, fine. Let's get you in the right way. Let's set you up with some resources and help you, sustain yourself. Instead of someone hiring you under the table because you can't claim taxes, they can't claim you on taxes and pay. And now you're both breaking the law. Now you're looking at someone hunting you down for not paying taxes or whatever and taking you home, or you can do it the right way.
I'm looking at this from Brother Elliott. How much is these so-called first world countries? Because these issues in these other countries where people are trying to come here. But this the problem. Who created these issues in these other countries for these people feel they got to come here?
That is a good question.
And I'm looking at what
still a thing.
Zachary Harris says, the Statue of Liberty is for Europeans. That's who came through Ellis Island.
Actually, everyone came through Ellis Island. You used to have to sail around. Even if you're coming from China, you'd have to either go through the Panama Canal, and before that was built, you'd have to go around the south of South America, the southern tip, to pull into Ellis Island, and then you'd start making your way west.
It says, let me see. That's right, Trevor, because some of them been here for over 20 years and didn't do what they were supposed to have done.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, you're supposed to go back and get a dear Cicero good morning.
Yeah. I mean, hell. One kid I knew in the Army, he's a citizen now, so I can say it. Christian Cabrera. Mm-hmm. He was actually older than me. He was in the Army before me. got out before me. He was illegal. His parents were illegal. But as an illegal, you can join the United States military as a path to citizenship.
Wow.
And that's why he did it. He joined, and he's like, hey, I just want the quickest get in job, less time in training, less time sucking. So they're like, okay, 11 Bravo infantry, you're there for 4 months. Okay, cool. He goes to Fort Carson. We meet. And as soon as our deployment is done, he's out. He spent 4 years in, and he got his citizenship while he was in the Army. Whereas, you know, the old-fashioned way, the other way, being a civilian the entire time, it can take a long time. He decided to take advantage of a benefit of being in the military. And then from there, he got his parents' visas as, you know, the citizen voucher. And then they became citizens. But yeah, they had been illegal his entire life. He joined when he was 18.
Okay, let me see.
Got out when he was 22.
Book of Revelation said my dad came through Canada to Michigan, Upper Peninsula, and not through Ellis Island, as my dad's mother did after my dad came through Canada to flee Nazis in 1920.
Like I said, you used to have to. I believe they stopped that. Let me see when they stopped pushing people through Ellis.
My first time hearing about it was when doing The Godfather. When I was young watching it.
1954 is when it stopped processing immigrants. And let's do
here we is says searching for a job in California, and the description says must be bilingual.
That was the same in Douglas, Arizona. One of the reasons I left. Go ahead and I'll fucking do it right now on a separate tab. I'll show you exactly where I grew up. Douglas, Arizona, maps. Come on, Google, hurry up. Share screen.
What area? What we in Cali?
This is Arizona.
Oh, okay. You grew up. Yeah, okay. Arizona. My bad.
So here is my parents' house. Oop, looks like someone new moved in. Anyway, right here, 3014th East, Douglas, Arizona. We come down 14 blocks. There's United States. There's Mexico. Okay, let me show you my high school. Where's G Avenue? That's 7th D, E, F, G. Here we are. And then 5th Street, 5th and G. Right here is my high school, is Charter School, Center for Academic Success. We come this way, 1, 2, 3. This is Pan American. You come down 1, 2, 3. There is no second. Here's First Street. This is your port of entry. Right here, I'd have to walk across this here, come through here, cross over through here, and right here's a bar that I'd hang out at. I'd go there for third period my entire second year in high school. I'd go there, get hammered, and then walk back across.
Marcus Fielder, good morning, good brother.
Yeah, so every job in this city either must be bilingual or must speak Spanish. There was no other way for me to get a job except working for my dad, and I didn't want to be pest control my entire life. Hell, even Walmart, like, you must be bilingual to work at this Walmart.
Well, I guess you got to look. You right there on the border. What's the population and makeup of Arizona?
Arizona, I think in itself is like 54% Hispanic. This city, though, 97% Hispanic.
Yeah, so of course, but you would think that if you is in the United States, you would have to, because the
lingua franca. So the default language,
the language should be English, right?
But it's not legally.
But it should be. I mean, you're in the United States, right? So you should speak English. See, and you know what I'm saying? I get it that it's 54%, but still at the end of the day, you're in America, right? Okay. That's the only point
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
so Asian Exclusion Act was the other part about Ellis Island. That stopped in 1924. But if you were coming from like Canada or pushing up from like Mexico, you would just
Yeah.
cross there. But if you were coming from any overseas, if you're coming across on a ship, you'd have to go through Ellis. Anyway,
No, hold up, Trevor. No, Constance, I see what you're saying, but I'm saying in America, what is the language here? What is the number one language? I get it. Don't nobody speak no more English anymore. Well, I'm just saying that's the language you should be speaking. Don't get me wrong.
so everyone has heard about the 18-wheeler, the big rig that crashed here recently in Florida, killed 3 people doing an illegal U-turn, right? That dude could not read English. He couldn't read the traffic signs. Here's another thing, and this was brought up by a guy, which I don't think anyone watches. I don't even really watch him, but Steven Crowder. He did a search of this guy's name, and there was a trucking company, or not a company, but a company that would help you get your commercial driver's license, that was shut down for fraud. And all the instructors there had the same last name as the driver that, did the illegal U-turn that killed those people. Just a little strangeness there. But yeah, like if you live in America,
you should speak English. It should be the dominant language. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying what it is, because you're not finna go over no mother country.
Yeah, you're not going to go to France and not speak French, or try to immigrate into France and not speak French. You're not going to try to immigrate into Germany and not speak. Oh God, they hate people who don't speak German when they try to move there. Or you're not going to try to move to. I don't know any of the native languages in Africa, to be honest with you, but like you're not going to try to move there and not speak their language. They may not even let you immigrate. Hell, Canada are really well-mannered northern neighbors. If you do not speak French or English, if you do not have $10,000 in your bank account, if you do not have a promised letter of residency, in other words, an apartment that is willing to lease you out an apartment as soon as you enter the country, if you don't have that promised letter, and if you do not have a promised letter of employment, they will not let you immigrate. Here in America, you can come across, you don't have to speak our language, you don't have to have any money, you don't have to have any sort of way of sustaining yourself, be it a job or a place to live, and we'll still take you. Isn't that just crazy?
That's the point that we making. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just give you an example. When you be calling, I know I be calling trying to get my cable bill or something. When you call and talking to them, it be foreigners. I can't make out what they saying. I end up having to go to, when you do the phone, and it's not being funny. It's just like, and then, sometimes I'll be like, can you give me an American? Somebody that can understand. And it's like, I don't want to be rude, but I get it. But if you over here, I've been speaking, I'm not even good with the English language. I'm still learning. But hot damn it, you can't give me somebody that's struggling harder than I am, and you're going to try to tell me I posted, and that's how we get into the back and forth. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be rude in saying that, but I got to get somebody that can speak, proper English I can understand.
No, that's the thing though, right, Mick? Like, I used to pray when I was Verizon, the first time I was a Verizon customer, that I get the call center in Georgia because I could understand the people there. Whereas, and forgive this caricature, but sometimes I call now and I get a Jeff that sounds like he has never spoke a lick of English his entire life. He says Birmingham. Dude sounds like he's straight from like Bangladesh, right? But no, here's something else Renee Jackson has said, and I completely agree. I don't have a problem with immigrants either. Like, if you're coming here and you have the right intentions and you do it the right way, I fully support and endorse you. I want you here. I want you as my neighbor, right? But in some cases, you can come across at 60 and get quickly naturalized one way or another, and then pick up the same Social Security benefits, even though at a far lower rate, but you are still entitled to Social Security benefits as someone like Mickey, Miss Renee, Zachary, Chris, Sheila, anyone, Sherry. You can pick up the health benefits, the Medicaid, Medicare. You can pick up a small stipend, even though you didn't put into that Social Security retirement fund. You're now a citizen, so you are entitled to a piece of it. I don't agree with that, because these folks in our chat right here have worked their entire fucking lives to get, and paid something like 10% of their income their entire fucking lives to be able to retire at a certain age. But someone can just come over here and take a ride to the front of the bus, to the front of the fucking line, and catch those fucking benefits. Tell me how that makes sense.
Got a point. That's rough.
Like, and that's no hate either, right? Like, exploit a system. If there's a loophole, use it, but that loophole should be closed.
No, I do agree with Tony Terry on this. He said, if those immigrants that come committing crimes in their homeland then come here are the ones I have a problem with. I have no, I can't go against that. Like, I don't, I don't got no problem with that. But I also know, too, going back to DC before we shut it down, a lot of them people that was committing the crime was from like the Baltimore, the outside of DC, and they was blaming the DC people. You know what I'm saying? Like the surrounding ones, Maryland, it was like some of them people was coming over carjacking.
Those people are coming from actual states into a federal district. The president can't call in a National Guard for that.
No,
no. Oh, no. Like, I'm agreeing with you, because Anna's been telling us about this. It's almost like a Flint in a way, right? All these kids from surrounding areas come to Flint to party and fuck around and act out. They don't do it down in Grand Blanc where they live. They don't do it over in, wherever the hell else is around Flint. They go to Flint and act out, and it raises the Flint numbers for crime. Same thing about DC. You got Baltimore. You got the other side of the Potomac. You got, the Virginian kids that go into DC, party it up, act out, and then it makes DC's numbers look worse. I know that, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah, let's see how. Okay, said Trevor, this is Sister Renee. She said, Trevor, they didn't want to give me my disability because I have heart problems and I had cancer and I'm a citizen. I work, but they put me through hell and back. They do that. I'm looking at
and now someone that comes into this country, the wrong way, and then they suddenly get that finger snapping. Now they get things that you don't.
Chris Caleb said the Ukrainians didn't contribute to Social Security.
No, they fucking didn't, and fuck them.
He said they getting it though, but they getting Social Security. American citizens have to pay in Social Security just to get Social Security.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Take a look at your paycheck. You have a FICA tax. That's your federal Social Security tax. That's been in place since the Great Depression.
Oh, snap.
Go away. I ain't taking phone calls right now.
Right. Well, we at 11 o'clock. Trev, you got anything you got to say before we shut it down? I got
man.
To get to.
Nah. I got to drain some Red Bull, and then I got some streamers to tune into.
Well, I'll hit you as soon as I get done shutting this down. I got to set it back up for later on tonight.
Yep.
Family, see y'all at 6.
Oh, no, I already got you a background and a thumbnail for it.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah, dude. I worked on that yesterday. I'll go ahead and set it up evening bump for you.
Oh, for sure. We're gonna see y'all at 6. And then we'll be back. Hey, Trevor, listen, family, before y'all get out, before y'all dip, Saturday, Trevor, you got to break down on what's the names. Remember?
Yeah, I gotta get off my ass.
Actually,
I gotta make the spreadsheet for it. But yeah, I'll break down the ARPA resolutions and the file dump that I did.
We're gonna figure a time. It'll be somewhere in the afternoon Saturday.
Antonio, I have read the Budapest Memorandum. You're talking about Article 4 of the Budapest Memorandum, which says that we would bring up the issue to the UN Security Council. It said nothing about anything after that.
So what we gonna pick? An evening? You want to do like a late evening to break that? Like 9
let me
o'clock.
see.
Or you
Saturday.
Saturday.
I might do a 3 o'clock. Middle of the day.
Middle of the day.
Yeah.
See y'all probably between 3 or 4 o'clock Saturday to break down the foyer that Trevor put in.
Yeah, that one was a fun one. I'll talk to you guys later.
Peace. See you.
We did not gather here to ask politely. We are here to declare with one voice that injustice has met its match with the people of Flint. This moment is not about one man. It's about every citizen. Black, white, Latino, Asian, Native American, and beyond, who has been ignored, mistreated, and silenced by the very systems that is meant to protect them. It's about every family who has buried their pain in silence. It's about every child growing up in a city where power speaks louder than truth. We are done waiting.